promised that he was going to take care of everything, that he was a millionaire, was going to take care of all these things. So I just kept my mouth shut. So I'm going to song. But I did not know. So later, I QH Radio call from Baba Mohbad for legating 5.3 million. Anybody that want to debunk this, go and debunk. And about more QH Radio, Alaji Kodri Damzat, Ekpe won can confirm because cut kini off can send the Alaji can confirm. The total amount of money that QH Radio has given to Baba Mohbad is running to about 10.3 million naira in total. 10.3 million. This time around, this money was the second time money QH Radio made from Baba Mohbad as of January, February 2024. The first money that was given to Baba Mohbad was in November, December 2023. See, Alhaji Kofi in Ghana Sile, Towasi Ibadan. That was when Baba Mohbad went to Egbon Alhaji Amzat. What's the name of that man in Ibadan? That activist that said that he has dropped his pen. He's no longer interested in the Baba Mohbad. What's his name again? You know? What's the name of that man? That man in Ibadan, Oriyomi. Yes, Oriyomi. So that was the first money that was given to Baba Mohbad. I am saying all these things not to shade. I'm always trying to shed light to bring it back to the current thing. I'm just going back to the recent to just refresh your brain so that you will know that there's a lot of lies that have been told and all stuff like that. So I'm not trying to hide anything. And with the pause important, so you just I'm going to attach it to where we are today. You know. So now, so the first money was when Baba Mohbad was in Ibadan. Amzat, Alhaji Amzat, travel or Ibadan from Baba Mohbad in Yoruba. The money that was given to Baba Mohbad then was about 1 point something, 1.5. Is it 1.3 or I'm not sure. Either 1.3 or 1.5. I stand to be corrected. Between 1.3 or 1.5 that was given to for himself, for his upkeep. Alright? And the second money that was given to Baba Mohbad was 5.3 million. Was that day, after Baba Mohbad has gone to Berekete, around February 2024. So, still, Mr. Muyiwa went to Mommy Lighton that Kosowonle. And Mommy Lighton was like, okay, Clever Cash, come, and she said, okay, she has an restaurant in New York that she will ask to open a GoFundMe for our own customers. The intention of the GoFundMe was not for everybody. It was for our own customers in the US, in New York. So that she will enforce our customers that are our friends to put money in the GoFundMe. She now extended that in case there are some people of Justice for Mohbad that might be interested, that they live in America, that might be interested, they can also do the same. Then the general public accepted that, and people started putting money in it all over the world. Mr. Muyiwa said, okay, Mommy Lighton said, well, that she has to now look for somebody that's going to help her to create the GoFundMe. So Mr. Muyiwa said, Mama, go need get a lower in you. I want to go GoFundMe. I want to create since December 2023. We are pay about maybe $5 or $15 lower in account me. Bank of it electronic. But I will be since they have to open access account. Let me a little bit digress. The access account. I told you that the access account was created for a reason. I repeat, the access account is not for Aloba. This is not about me fumbling. We have about 15 people on the conversation, on the meeting that very day, when I came up with the idea that Aloba, that they should open access account. It is my brain. And we deliberated about it, and people accepted it, including Grexley was in that meeting. That was the time they just hired Odumosu. They just hired Odumusu, and the entire crew of the legal team was actually present when I came up with it. And why did I come up with the access account? Was because, don't forget, myself, Susie for Justice, Madam Aries, Lady Ryan, Comrade Moses, Mr. Muyiwa, Gracie was not even in the picture at that time. We were with Baba Mohbad. When the whole world was giving Baba Mohbad money into his Wema bank account. So they were giving him money for his upkeep, and they were also putting money there for Justice for Mohbad movement. And we, that are also justice seekers, were also using our money to seek justice for Mohbad and all stuff like that. But there are some times when occasion where situation we needed money on quickly on grant. Okay, Baba Mohbad, what you want for you town public for you from Justice Mohbad. Be 50,000 or 70,000. Because I love shaking it. Baba Mohbad always say that Kosovo, 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 Kosovo. So we are not like, how come you keep saying there's no money, there's no money? We know that people are giving you money now. We have spent our money, but now we just need this money urgently. Now you, Omoyi Loku, can you take money from the money that some people have sent to you? And at that time, we have about 37 GoFundMe that people created on behalf of Justice for Mohbad, and we do not know who owns them. People were saying Baba Mohbad gave them approval. I mean, he approved it, but they never generated all the money they generated. They kept it. They scam. Use it to scam. So at that time we have about 37 GoFundMe, including Ada Foundation. Ada Foundation was according to me, or I stand to because according to what I know, Ada Foundation was the only money. Was the only account that helped at the very crucial time to give money to Baba Mohbad. That was when they went to change lawyer, and $1 million was given to Baba Mohbad at that time. So Ada Foundation was the only foundation that was existing at that time out of 37 accounts that was created on behalf of Justice for Mohbad that gave money towards the family, towards the justice movement. Ada Foundation ran protests on behalf of Justice for Mohbad in Benin, in Edo State, probably also in Lagos. And then you also saw what Ada Foundation did later on. Then they became big because they contributed a lot of money into that foundation. So, because of Baba Mohbad, kept on saying no money, no money, no money, no money, and a lot of money was going in there. This is what I'm trying to tell you. You don't know how worthy Baba Mohbad is. At that time, he was rich, millionaire, in the Wema bank account because people were giving him money for his upkeeping, for his upkeep, and then they were also putting money into the access account. I mean, Wema bank account before the emergence of the Wema bank account access account. So I said, well, so there was a fallout between the group of the Aries and all stuff like that, and then they now went to create another group where we found Gurexi. That was where we met Gurexi and some other people that they doesn't want their name to be out. And they went into the thick weather of Justice for Mohbad, and it was only out of all of them in the group, it was only Gurexi that still making name. Others went quiet, silent. Maybe they don't want to reveal themselves. Please, let me just take a quick break. I need to take a toilet break. I need to go pee. So as I was saying, then we said, then I came out with that, come, it's high time we have to separate the money for the co-funding of the Justice for Mohbad movement from the money for feeding for Baba Mohbad. So we argued about that in the meeting, and I have to give them why we have to do that necessarily, because we cannot every time Baba Mohbad you can't expect us to be using our money 24/7, whereas the public are also giving money in there into the access account. Can you just take money out of the money in the access account? Into the Wema bank account? No, we say that every time, no money, no money, no money, no money. Okay. So when we argued this and people started voting that okay, and that was when Boki Jesus sent Baba Mohbad to Ryuki in 2023. Keep Baba Mohbad up Padura. So when we went to open the access account, we had to tell them that Baba, that you have to come down to Lagos because we are looking for bank to my open, and there have to be at least 3 or 4 signatories to their account, and Baba Mohbad must be there. Number one, automatically is there, and then we said that then they have to pick 3 other people to be a signatory to the account. So no bank could do that because majorly almost all the people on that for whatever they were in overseas. So then I said okay, they can only have access to just 2 signatories. Number one, Baba Mohbad is automatically a signatory because he is the father of the disease, and automatically Yenwambe. And number 2, no contendant, is Mr. Muyiwa. Why? Because Baba Mohbad has actually unpicked him as a mouthpiece. So not even though I won't lie to you, he declined. He said he does not want to have nothing to do with public money, blah 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 blah. But we told him, especially me, I told him, you cannot decline from this because the kind of position that you are going to be occupying, you have to help out. Since you are going to be like a PA, like a special assistant to this man, you have to be signatory to that account in case if the public come out in the future and they ask you for accountability and they want to come out and ask you, they want to know how much is in there. So Baba Mohbad might not be able to know what to do regarding to this. So since you are there, a secretary to that account, you'll be able to respond to the public when it's necessary and all that. Though watching Yeri, but people also agree with me that he must be a signatory. So that very day, and I believe that legal team were there. About 15 people were seated there when we had this conversation there. So I want to see any one of them. I've been saying this since last year, and nobody has actually come out to debunk this. And I keep saying that the only person that can debunk it is Mr. Muyiwa, not any other person there. Just let me hear him say that it is a lie. Because the whole legal team were there. Munisola, Emmanuel, Eriko, even the former lawyer, Odumosu, Lady Ryan, Comrade Mose, and even Colin Gurexi. And some other people that are in the UK, somewhere in the US, that was actually in that meeting that very day. And Baba Mohbad came to Lagos. A mistake and then he used his name as the name of the account. That was a mistake that was done. You're supposed to have changed. We never knew that it's going to end up like this.
Oh, now be one share the money with the man. I understand. So not crap for inside this one.
And we told him that we agreed. The conclusion was that Mr. Muyiwa should be a signatory to the account. And that was it. And the account was founded, was created, and then in November, they started distributing the accounts to people. And people started putting money in there, and then people started promoting the money in the account, access account. So that is the emergence of the access account in Justice for Mohbad movement. So now, after the access account was created, people started putting money in there. And then
you want to donate, give me for
November, December,
do accountability for that one.
Accused Baba Mohbad of stealing money in the access account. So if you go to my page, I posted the first post that I posted of Baba Mohbad's account was the first statement of account that was generated at that time when accused Baba Mohbad. I stood on my ground and I said, even when Grace was saying no, I stood on my ground. I said it's the public that donated this account. And they have accused you. Your main Jeremiah is donating for Igbo people. You must open
blessed memory,
you want to see how much is in there. And then the account was generated.
They donated money
The
for him
statement
for
of account was
3 days.
generated, and that's
Claire
what I
Mohammed,
posted on that
they
page,
donated money
on
for
my
him.
page. If you go there and see that, and that's just the way it is. That was the first statement of
a
account.
lot.
And
You know, here Igbo people.
that is it.
No.
So where that was when we found out that Muyiwa, the one in Gogo,
I want to drag the mark back
Mr. Muyiwa, the one Gogo in the sense that
people, they are not
we
supporting Wumi,
agreed
saying that I will not question Wumi.
He must be a signatory to that account. But unfortunately, he was not a signatory to the account.
This one, your turn to thank cry. Bossman, get a life.
Can you see the game that the family played towards the public? So Baba Mohbad now automatically became a sole owner of that account, since Mr. Muyiwa did not tell every one of us that he is not a signatory to the account. He played us. Like I said, I don't know. How can I stop people from sending me co-hosts? I've received a lot of co-hosts like 10 times, and it is really distracting me here. And I'm not trying to co-host with anyone. So I don't know what to do. It's really disturbing me. So Mr. Muyiwa became Ogbo and Gogo, and that is how Baba Mohbad is now the one owning 2 accounts to himself. And he's now in control of all these things by himself. Why? Because Mr. Muyiwa, criminally minded, played that game and allowed this thing to happen. And I keep telling you today, even though the account is named by Baba Mohbad, the intention of the access account is not for Baba Mohbad. It is owned by the Movement of Justice for Mohbad. Because that day when we had the minute, we still have access to the minute on that very day. And I keep saying it, if they think that I am lying, let them sue me for defamation, because they are limited. I keep telling you, we have the whole legal team of Baba Mohbad at that time. We're present there on that very day. About 15 people were seated when we said that they should help from the access account. And what we had in the meeting was that Baba Mohbad and Mr. Muyiwa should be signatory to the account. And Baba Mohbad and Mr. Muyiwa played us, the public, because we were representing the public at that time. And Mr. Muyiwa remove himself and make Baba Mohbad to be a whole signatory to that account. None of you is asking Wumi, why did you refuse Baba Mohbad's death certificate given to you by the 2 doctors? I said Mr. Muyiwa and Baba Mohbad. None of you is questioning her. Baba Mohbad and Mr. Muyiwa. You say you are not helping us. So people should go and sit down. The emergence of access account. In case you don't know how the access account came by, it is not owned by Baba Mohbad. Okay, it is owned. The intention of the access account is for public domain, and it's for public, for justice for Mohbad. We only allow Baba Mohbad to be there because we believe that as the father of the disease, he is going to be seeking justice more than every other person. But we never knew he was going to end up like this. So, like I said, we still have the minute of how the access account was created. The intention of the intention and the goal of access account was for Baba Mohbad, as the father of the disease, to monitor the funds in there. That is why his name was included, and Mr. Muyiwa being the mouthpiece to be like a, but since Baba Mohbad does not know how to operate the account and all that, so Mr. Muyiwa will be able to put him through for transparency's sake, in case public want to ask for, they want to know what's going on regarding to the funds and all stuff like that. And then, ever since then, Baba Mohbad has been the one controlling the access account, and he has turned that access account to become his own personal property illegally. He has made that thing to be, and I keep telling you, he cannot challenge me. If I go to court, if he sue me to court, I will win him 100%, because I have all the document of all those things of what I'm talking about here, and I have witnesses. And like I said, 15 people were seated on October, November, when we deliberated that the access account should be created. It's not owned by him, okay? Fraudulently, he and Muyiwa played that game, and they turned it to be themselves. And Bukky made it to reveal, because he was one who accused Baba Mohbad of stealing the money. And by the time they did statement of account, we found out that Baba Mohbad was the sole signatory to the account, and Mr. Muyiwa wasn't, and that is a fraudulent act enough to take them, both of them, to court for fraud. That is just number one thing. But in Yankola Bawali or toxicology, we divert for over an hour ago. I just wanted to give you the background to balance the situation of things according to what I said. So when they said the GoFundMe was created and the lawyer was the one that stole all the money. And I kept on laughing that people need to start using their common sense because the lawyer does not have, is not a signatory to the access account. As of today, Baba Mohbad is only signatory to the access account, to the Wema Bank account. And for the GoFundMe, Mr. Muyiwa is the only sole signatory to the account, to the GoFundMe account, because the GoFundMe is just a platform where people raise money for people. So Mr. Muyiwa linked his own personal American account, bank account, to the GoFundMe account. And the GoFundMe is just a board where the name of Buki JC, I guess the other people's name that the name shows there were just a board of trustees that public will hold us accountable. If anything happened here, hold us accountable. Like Buki was in the money that if any money was spent illegally, they should hold her call off till date or tip Buki JC when people were asking about she no go fund me as of today. So in Yellow Bay. So let's go back to the subject matter. Now, back to the what we had been discussing. Sorry for digressing, my people. I just wanted to balance the situation, with the stuff that has happened with the stuff that has happened in the past, So people are saying, toxicology law, why for like a year now you have not given the public that donated money answer. So well, here is the
which accountability, which accountability?
Apologies.
Hey.
So at a point the information. I was not information of what was going on as at that time.
I think the man they happy. So he left his glorious son.
So when they were liaising with the public, with the pathologists, the pathologist said that you don't want his name to be out there. Man, drag people. You drag. He doesn't want his name and his institution to be dragged, and it made them that they should sign a paperwork that they will not mention his name until when the result comes out, and that they will not tell them where they want to take the result to. And they signed. Mr. Muyiwa signed. This one, I have no evidence of it.
Bring it out here.
Right. Even from his own mouth, Muyiwa's mouth himself, that they made a written agreement that they will not disclose anything. According to him, that they went to different pathologists and they were all scared. Nobody wanted to take up the case. This one man, go. If you know that he wants to disclose his information, his name, both in his done, and that his information terms that he gave them, blah blah. That he gave them, blah 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 blah. So now, but since the result came out November, December, it has become a public document. Public document. Public document is no longer in the care of the family. It's now the family. It's now not even under in the care of the government. Know how to go about it. Alright? It's no longer public document. Alright? It is not a public document. Probably I don't want to bring it out. I dare nobody can sue me. Nobody can sue me for that. Because I obtained this citizen of the Republic. It's now a public property. This document I'm bringing out there. Or be because the public for freaking 9 months below and all stuff like that. You refuse to bring out it on Christmas and Boxing Day to give it out closure. where they took this thing to listen to. So at the time where they were doing this, package, they came out to take the body, the specimen. The critical thinkers play a very vital role in the sense that Mr. was liaising with the pathologist, and at the same time with the critical thinkers. So, and they needed to take to DHL, proper DHL specimen here, lost abroad to Spain. A member of the critical thinkers, too sure of this. Either he borrowed them 1.2 million. I stand to be corrected. I'm not really sure of the figure. I don't think it's up to 1.5. Is it that 1.2 or 1. Is it 1.2 or 1.3 million? A member that stays in the US that has all this white behavior borrowed them. Either borrowed or he gave it to them. I don't know. Maybe the money was paid back to him. I'm not sure, but was given at that time. Gave them 1.2 or 1.3 million.
All of you came with evil mind to this justice for Mohbad. All
to Spain because they had to hold each to put the specimen in.
You should put your number there.
The specimen in.
I'm not be crying.
And the fight is too much. So the person that paid for that one of those packages is the member of the critical thinker. That the food case the specimen. At that time, I don't think they have knowledge of where. They only know that they were only privy to. I don't know. Yeah, they only privy to Spain, Lamo, Logbelo. Spain, I don't know. At that time, we did not know where in Spain they took the stuff to. So now, if you have been interested to know where Klorukobe to obey package yield before we start going to treat the baby that stops Lori Casey resort. Here is the name of where they took the stuff to. And if anyone is telling you that Baba Mohbad and Muyiwa don't know where they took the case to, they are lying. They just choose not to talk to tell you people for a reason, which you'll find out the reason in the stuff Tamama Katoni, why they do not want to tell the public if talk below. So I've given you a few part of it, but how much did I become? See, here is the package DHL. Alright? My best DHL package. Technology service. See, Julius Cano Lasso 428055, Madrid, Spain. This is where they took the specimen to.
You don't know what they said before.
Right?
But this person is a lie.
Let me turn it this way. Alright. Spain. Alright, so if you have people that are just seeker that live in Spain, this is Madrid in Spain, where they took the stuff to. Alright. You can see here is a forensic. Now, let's start from here. You can see all this is written in the institute. It's written in Spanish language. Instituto de Medicina Legal Wise Clinical Forensics Consejería da Presidencia Justicia. I'm sorry in case I'm not pronouncing it right. Why Administratia Local. I don't know what that is in Spain. In Spanish. Right. So it says the Forensic Laboratory Service. Toxicology Section Analysis Report. Here are the reference number in case if you want to do your own findings. I have done mine. I've sent somebody down to the lab for 4 to 5 months, but they're not cooperative. They don't understand English. We hired someone Spanish, and still they're not cooperative. So I'm tired. I'm no longer interested in it.
Jesus! Funke!
Yeah, you have the reference number.
Shame on you,
so if you want to
Bossman.
find out this case, these are the reference number you are going to give them to them. Okay? If you don't have this reference number, forget it. The reference is Dr. Owom O. Eze, JP. That is the pathologist from Nigeria, from UCH, that wrote all these things. The pathologist that the family hired, that is the O. Eze. Alright? And here is a pathologist of the lab in Spain. Pedro Guerrero is the name of that person. Forensics Medicine Unit, Department of Pathology, UCH, Ibadan, blah, blah. So they collaborated together. The pathologists in Spain and the one in the UCH, the pathologists here, collaborated together. Requested by this one, that means he now requested for this result from, that is the name of Dr. Owom O. Eze, JP, dated 4 September 2024. And here is how the cargo the thing. And then here are the real address of the stuff. Make me moderator. Is there anything going on here? Akemi, they don't want me to show this thing on live down. I don't know why they're trying to bring it down. They say my network.
My network for you. You just fade now. You say that they bounced you back. You just fade. Shame on you and your generation. Your papa say na pikin born. No say na ewu marriage. All of you are here for nonsense.
People on the comment section. Can you type, is my network lagging? Is a yes or no answer on the comment section? You can type that on the comment section.
It's lagging. It's your laugh, the lag.
Can you type that on the comment section? Can you type that on the comment section if my network is lagging, so we can proceed on this matter? Oh, it's still lagging.
How can lawyer be giving?
Here is the name of the address. Julio Canolasso for Berito de Bedas Hortaleza 208055 Madrid. This is a phone number here. Authentic. Let's move on. So that is the name of the where they took the lab to. For those that have been asking questions today. Today actually going to be the end part of you asking those questions. So if you live in Madrid, so the network is lagging, please let me know so that I won't just be talking last one like that, so we can move ahead and move forward on line of what we should talk, let me know so that I will know what to do. Alright, so let's move ahead. Let's continue to read. So enough about this storyline that I've been telling you. Let's read. Alright. So now this is the overview. After today, I am still going to post this thing online so that you can on my timeline, so that you can go and view it yourself again. You can have access to it, because I am still lagging. People, am I still lagging? Ayobami said I'm still lagging. Am I? Is it? No, they said no. Okay, let's continue. So it said overview and all right, overview and highlight of available document evidence for independence review. 14th, in undertaking the procedure of a forensic review of the existing autopsy report and for the conduct of a second autopsy with the view of writing a forensic medical report and rendering an expert opinion, I received the following documents. A. The order of the document, request number, on the date 26th day of June 2024, containing the coroner court order. Have we gone through this part? Okay, let's just continue again, Sean. The order A, the order of the court, request number the 10th, 2023, dated 26th day of June 2024, containing the coroner court order to the family to engage an independent pathologist to conduct another autopsy and toxicology test on the body of the deceased, late Aloba Promise Aloba. B, a certified true copy of the post-mortem report on Aloba Promise Oladimiji Ilerioluwa, being the first autopsy conducted on 21st September 2023 and the report signed on 29th 04/2024. C, a certified true copy of the toxicology report titled, the case number, Forensic Toxicology Analysis Final Report / Decedent Aloba Promise, dated April 10, 2024. D, now pay attention to this, 20 files of, see, if you have questions, you can send your request to, because at this point there are some people who want to ask questions because there are some things that you don't know before that the family have access to, that they've been hiding from you people. Today you will find out in here, in this document here. Then you will find out why they've been hiding. They don't want to expose this thing to the public. Okay, so now D, 20 files of images of the exhumation obtained from the chief pathologist of the Lagos State Hospital. Did you ever know that the family has these 20 files of images of the exhumation? These are the things that we've been screaming for. Baba Mama, did the government provide you the image of how they exhumed the body of Mohbad? Did they show you on Mohbad? So the government provided 20 files of images of the exhumation obtained from the whatever, and there's a copy from public. Alright. E, 63 files of images of the first autopsy obtained from the chief pathologist of the Lagos State Hospital. Can you say again? 63 files again of the first autopsy obtained from the chief pathologist of the Lagos State Hospital. F, 20 histology slides of major organs of the body of the deceased obtained from the chief pathologist of Lagos State Hospital. Let's move on. Some highlight of information contained in the document Order of the Court, 14A. 15. To conduct a complete ẹjọ́ ẹ̀yin tẹ́tí bá mi ẹ̀yin tẹ́jọ́ dá mi nínú hosting Lagata. How sending me host? I'm not trying to co-host with people, all right? And they kept on disturbing me with this co-hosting, rejecting and whatever. I cannot block it off or close it off so that nobody will be able to try to co-host me. If you want to co-host, I'm not trying to co-host anything. I'm trying to make this thing to be bigger so that people can read what I'm reading from. Okay. 15. To conduct a complete independent autopsy conducted on the body of late Aloba, Promise Aloba. 16. For an independent evaluation by collecting tissues, samples, urine, blood, and any other body fluid and / or example obtained by the chief medical examiner of Lagos State during the autopsy conducted on the body of the late Aloba Promise Aloba deceased. Some highlight of information contained in the document Postmortem Report on Aloba Promise Oladimeji Ilerioluwa 14B. In the autopsy report, I'm reading from 17. In the autopsy report, the name of the deceased is written Aloba Promise Oladimeji Ilerioluwa. 18. The age of death is 26 years. 19. The place of death is simply submitted as Lekki. 20. The time, date of death is specifically indicated as 03:30 p.m. on 12 September 2023. 21. The cause of death is stated as uncertain. 22. There is background information under the introduction. In the autopsy report about sustaining an injury on the back of his right forearm and had an injection by a supposed nurse. He was noticed to have developed sudden onset of concussion and died in transit to the hospital. 23. The autopsy report also indicates that the deceased body was initially buried on the 13th day of September 2023. However, it was exhumed on the 21st day of September 2023 for a postmortem examination. 24. The external examination section, the external examination section report. No external evidence of significant natural diseases is observed. 25. The section on scars, tattoos, and other marks describes specific and identifying tattoos on the body which are distributed on the neck, chest, left and right upper limbs. 26. The postmortem changes section describes external evidence of putrefaction. 27. On old or ailing injuries, none was present. That means there was no old injuries on the body. 28. On recent external injuries, there is a superficial injury on the back of the right forearm measuring 1.5 centimeter in length with maximum width of 0.3 centimeter at a location in the right upper limb. 29. Mark of medical intervention is listed as nil present. marks of medical intervention is listed as nil presence. 30. On internal examination, the internal organs are described as being in a state of moderate to severe decomposition, and on recent internal injuries, none is present. There's no internal injury on this body. 31. In the cardiovascular system, the regular features are described and no thromboemboli are observed. I don't know what that is. Thromboembolic. I don't know what that is. Do we have a nurse or doctor in the house that can pronounce that? They can tell us what that is. Please, I would like a nurse or a doctor. Like I keep saying that we need a doctor and a nurse in the house to please come up here to tell us what that is, because we need to understand the rudiment of all this terminology that we'll be talking about here. Because I don't know what that is, so we can break it down so that we can understand what this is. All right, let's move ahead if there's nobody coming up. Okay, 32. In the respiratory system, regular features are described and there are no injuries to the internal structures of the neck related to the respiratory system. 33. In the digestive system, regular features are described and there are no injuries or organic diseases documented. 34. In the genital unitary system, regular features are described and there is no injuries or organic diseases documented. 35. In the lymphatic system, regular features are described and there is no injuries or organic diseases documented. 36. In the endocrine system, regular features are described and there is no injuries or organic disease documented. Alright, 37. In the cranium and nervous system, regular features are described and there is no injuries or organic diseases documented. 38. In the musculoskeletal system, regular features are described and there is no injuries or organic diseases documented. 39. Samples from the heart, lungs, liver, spleen, adrenal, pancreas, and kidneys are retained for histology. 40. Histology result of samples retained from the organs in item 39 above shows moderate to severe autolysis. Pardon me for that. Let me read that again. Histology result of samples retained from the organs in item 39 above shows moderate to severe autolysis. 41. Samples from 6 sources as specified in the postmortem report 14B are retained for toxicology. So 42. The summary of the first autopsies under anatomy/pathological findings shows a right forearm injury, multiple tattoos, and exhumed body with moderate to severe decomposition. I repeat, 42. The summary of the first autopsies under anatomy/pathological findings shows a right forearm injury, multiple tattoos, and an exhumed body with moderate to severe decomposition. "43. In the opinion as to the cause of death, it is indicated as uncertain." That was on the first autopsy that was done. So the family asked this private pathology to observe the report of the government pathology. So he was actually explaining all this and doing his own observation. So that's what is actually going on here. 44. The opening statement in the but I don't send the request to me. I mean, co-hosting. Like I tell you, if you are here now, help me. How can I stop all these people sending co-hosting thing to me? Is it a way for me to lock it so that I won't be getting all this whatever from these co-hosting people? I don't understand. I'm not trying to co-host with anyone. Okay, the opening statement of the commentary section of the first autopsy report notes that the subject, Aloba Promise Oladimeji Idireluwa, reportedly died after being injected by one supposed female nurse on September 12 September 2023. 45. The commentary section of the report has a note on the toxicology which revealed the positive findings of diphenhydramine and antihistamine. However, this concentration, that's why I said that we need a nurse in the house. We have about 68 people here, so don't we have people that have affiliation with the medical field that can actually help us out with this terminology, name of drugs and all that, and some other areas that I cannot pronounce well, so that we can balance the equation, so we can all have understanding on this matter. So there is no doctor. So do we have somebody in the house that can help out, please? All right. The opening statement of commentary section of the first autopsy report notes that the subject Promise Oladimeji reportedly died after being injected by the one supposed female nurse on the 12th September 2023. 45. The commentary section of the report has a note on the toxicology which revealed the positive findings of diphenhydramine, Abi, did I pronounce that right? And antihistamine, which, however, this concentration was not in a fatal or lethal range. The other analytic were unremarkable. 46. The last statement in the autopsy report within the commentary section states, in the light of the foregoing cause of death could not be ascertained. However, the possibility of the fatal anaphylactic shock drug reaction could be considered given the absence of any significant postmortem and toxicology findings. 45. The postmortem report on Aloba Promise Oladimeji Aloba 14B is signed by the following Dr. O.O. Onoyemi, pathology resident, Dr. D. A. Sonny, consultant pathologist, and the Professor S.S. Soyemi, consultant pathologist. Here are the pathologists that conducted the first autopsy. So you need their name. People have been asking of their names. Here are the names of the people that you should hold responsible for those that were asking. What are the names of the people that conducted the first pathologist? These are consultants. All right. Some highlight of information contained in the toxicology report titled LSD and FC case number 2023F/25 forensic toxicology analysis final report / descendant Aloba premise 14C. 48. The name of the laboratory that conducted the toxicology test is NMS Lab, located in the United States of America, USA. 49. In the detailed findings of the toxicology report is the donations that the examination of the specimens submitted did not reveal any positive findings of toxicological significance by procedures outlined in the accompanying analysis summary. 50. And again, I need my cup of. I need to drink. 50. In the toxicology part, 14C, the caveat is noted, which states unless alternate arrangements are made by you, the remainder of the submitted specimen will be discarded 6 weeks from the date of this report, and generated data will be discarded 5 years from the date the analysis were performed. 51. The toxicology report from the NMS lab was issued on 9th April 2024. Some highlight of information contained in 20 files of images of exhumation 14D. 52. There are 20 images with digital files number stating from DSC 01436 to DS301455. 53. The file states with images 1, 2. You understand all this number of a nondescript area showing an alleyway with uncompleted buildings on both sides. Image 53, image 3, and the data reveal a rise platform plastering on the top and along the visible edge with a discernible block wall by the side in focus and with reminiscent of graveside. Okay, I guess this is when they were taking up the body, 53. The image. These are the data of the image. I don't know if it's necessary. Let me just read everything just because of the record. Slightly different angles of the graveside are seen with some people in the background. 56. These are the things that they never let us know that the family have access to all these things, okay? Images, 6-3, blah, 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 showing an early phase of an apparent evacuation of the raised platform as indicated in item 55. 57. In images 10 to 15, the evacuation process with the increasing revelation of part of an item that is dirty white to a discernible coffin with a lid apparently off, showing a covering of a white cloth. 58. In image 6 to 10, data, part of human bodies, ostensibly the head, is revealed until a black body bag until a black body bag with a contents covering in a white materials is practically seen in the background. Some highlights of information contained in 63 files of images of the first autopsy 14E. I'm getting tired already. Jesus Christ. Sorry, when I'm getting tired like that, I'll start stammering. 59. Image 1. Image 1. One of the first autopsies shows a closed black body bag on an autopsy table. You see, let me read this part again. 59. Image 1. Data of the first autopsy shows a closed black body bag on an autopsy table. See, all these things was what I was screaming on my platform, on the Ram Whisper platform, in January, February, March. So we never knew that they provided this thing for the family. We never knew they provided this for the family. You see, that they showed them how they placed Mohbad on the autopsy table. They placed him on the autopsy table. They showed this thing to the family, and we were screaming on Ram Whisper platform that time that the government. Yes, sir.
Yes, quick one. Good morning.
Good morning.
Why the pathologist was presenting this stuff? I believe in court is going to present his case like all these stuff highlighted.
Say that again. I don't get you.
What I'm saying is that the pathologist presented this stuff at Corona inquest. He must have read it, like when he was presenting his case.
Okay.
How come people didn't pick most of these things, and the only thing we got was just that he smelled organophosphate, which was not in this report?
Yeah. See, when he said he smelled organophosphate.
No, you don't get what I'm saying. Because, you know, we talked about this the last time.
That he's supposed to put it in this report, right? He's supposed to put it in the report,
right? It was supposed to be in this report. So, you are not in that court, brother. You are not in that court. And we didn't hear anything like that in this report. How come with all this stuff that is you've read out now, how come, well, people were not able to pick some of these points? And what is not official, like what he didn't say, what he did not present in court, is what really came out to the public. I'm just kind of curious about that. Because so many people have argued that, you know, people have demanded that we know how this body looks like. Some people said this guy body has finally decomposed, that, you know, the body is bad or something. But, you know, I kept on stressing on this thing is that if that body is bad, how come they were able to do the second autopsy? And if on all these things you'll be reading now, they talked about the whole organ. You get it?
Yes,
He was able to analyze. He was able to state the present condition of that body. So where are people getting all this information from? That is my problem on this case. Because if you look at what he presented now, he did his analysis on that body. And he talked about so many things, what he observed. But what people are bringing into...
Elenio, Merry Christmas. My dog, Bossman, Baba.
No, Baba.
Hold on. If you hear from the beginning, Bossman talk, say, now waiting the family, no one made the public know. So it's now getting obvious that the family are goddamn playing some madness game with the public.
Illuminati, please. Ejamako blame family on this
Papa,
case.
Now.
Hold on, Illuminati. Just think about this. So, on your dawo coffee on your Corona inquest. You get to pé wọ́n wà pẹ̀lú family, tó wà pẹ̀lú pop. And tí wọ́n yàn lọ síbẹ̀ yẹn, information pé body ti bàjẹ́ phosphate ló wọ́n smell tí ẹ pé gbogbo nǹkan tí Bossman kà lé nìyí the family bá ti hide.
No be everybody dey preview to.
You don't get what I'm saying. If the family is hiding something, àwọn tó wọ̀nyàn dẹ̀ ràn lọ tó yẹ pé public trust, they can't pick most of these things. That means àwọn yẹn náà.
Okay, no, don't blame. You know why, right? Ìwọ tó bá ní document yìí lọ́wọ́ ló máa lè follow up with what he's saying in the court. wọ́n gbé nìkan wá òun ló pààyàn ẹnìkan suspect ni nǹkan tó máa ń fa court yẹn. Àwọn kìíní document autopsy yìí, right? No be everybody get time for her.
I'm presenting in court now. Illuminati, why are you talking like this?
All presented in court now. They read all these things in court.
They read it in court. Now you argue by now.
No, understand point.
It is the lawyer that the son did not defend this thing very well. You see, I keep telling that the son does not understand all these things.
Bossman, hold on. You yourself, you just said it now that I'm getting tired. Hold on. As you read and say, Baba, you get tired in the court of law, right? I mean, during that corona, what I'm saying, do you think people will not send themselves? They want to sit down, they hear all these things, or remember everything.
Hold on, Illuminati. Was it the family that said they smelled organophosphate, or the people talking on Lossy court?
No. It was the pathologist when he was giving all this analysis in court. Those are according to concerning document,
Bossman.
He's supposed to put it on the document. I understand what essay is talking about.
Bossman.
If you put it on the document, legal tender. But concerning document.
Bossman, in the CTC now, and Gbogbo Kini, kò sí nǹkan tó ń jẹ́ organophosphate ńbẹ̀. If you talk about this thing, tó bá sọ pé kò jọ ńkọ́. It is not official.
Yeah. Bossman, I say, hold on. Let me ask Bossman a question. Bossman, this is what you are reading now, right? During that corona inquest, did they read all these things from the beginning during that session?
I wasn't there, but it was.
The first one not present.
Hold on, Bossman, you're not there. Let's see. Ìbéèrè ni before kátó wá give, right? Jẹ́ ká béèrè bóyá ṣé lóòótọ́ náà kà á bó ṣe ń kà yìí, ṣé you understand? Because see. Bossman mentioned something just now.
I don't know, some people are attacking my platform. They don't want me to say this thing. They are sending me some stuff. I don't know.
See, the family don't already arrange, organize, and following up on tightening up their loopholes on what public should hear.
Baba, this your argument is still old school. Because, see, Baba, one thing I believe as a Nigerian is that sometimes if I hate someone, I don't use emotion to deal with the person. Let's just treat this case normally. Illuminati, please. If the family is hiding something, we've got people that have hate for that family as well. I'm sorry to use that word. Just for you to understand that. Hold on, please. Those people went to Corona inquest. You get? Are they working for the family? They were supposed to pick out some of these things now so that it's going to be clear. Do you know that last month this
question and a question to answer this. Right? Now I heard that there was a time Naimoli went to court to represent the public, right? Are you telling me that Naimoli deliberately ignored this because she is working for the family?
Don't try to rub anybody's name on this. No, I'm just asking a general question. Please, Illuminati, let it go. Bossman,
leave Naimoli for me to mention her name, understand? I can sort out the damage. It's a question, right? Because what you said now
but when I could remember Illuminati.
Hold on.
I could remember when Illuminati Naimoli came out there to say some things. People said she was lying. Are you aware of that?
No, that they will always attack you whenever they don't want you to
we are used to that lies, you understand? And if all these things were said and we are able to see this, I'm sure someone like Papa will have obviously put it to attention and analyze it, or Bossman like this. You understand? Even Bossman said at the time he did not know. See, when somebody is trying to play a game with you, right? Okay, let me use this as an example. Boys told me to sachet, to email, email cloning, right? They will make your email look like the same email, but no, to balance that, you understand? Wrong job, you understand? That's what I'm trying to say to you.
See, there's one thing you need to understand about life and why African countries people take advantage of situations. See, there is one thing we are used to in that part of the world. Anytime people who are present in that particular place might not even know that those things exist. They might just wanna flow with the you understand. Sometimes people agree onto some of this narrative just because they felt like it might be true. You get?
Okay, thank you. Hold on. Bossman, are you there? Please don't be too far away. Now, Bossman, are you there?
I'm with you.
Yeah. This document you're reading now, right? Will be renewed. I heard that there was a time that they brought this particular document to court, right? That people are complaining that they just brought it like a exam paper, right?
Yes.
That the pathology could not even, defend or argue it. Does that mean that the pathology read it and, they could not defend it, or he just presented it to the court? Or presented it to the judge?
I was not there when he was presenting it.
Until we get this information, that because Young Daddy, I've seen him several times when he will say he's coming out to read, all these documents. Does it mean that even him too, he has access to this document and he did not read it? Because they claim to be fighting and defending Mohbad and trying to, fish out the truth. If Bossman himself, how close him did to all these things, is saying that he just recently got this document and he's just reading it.
No, I did not recently get this document. I've gotten this document for a while.
Bossman.
I have.
Can I respond?
I have a website.
Can I respond to Illuminati?
Okay.
Please. Have you forgotten that it was the lawyer that sent, that engaged the pathologist and they sent some of these things to him? Have you ever heard anything from the lawyer coming out to tell you that, to sell some of these narratives, the chemical and every other stuff?
After we move forward, Amade, hold on. Illuminati, hold on. We get to a place after this one now.
Just spoke my mind now, right? And that is what I've been saying. It is never our own fault or people that is because their lawyer, right, did not make this document available to the public to know, to understand.
It is not their lawyer. It's not the prerogative of the lawyer to make this into be in the public. It is the family.
The same thing was on here. So family will play games by trying to tie.
You want to tell me that Baba Mohbad don't know where they did this thing? They chose. I kept quiet all this while. Why do we keep quiet? We sent people. We sent a representative. We sent someone to go and investigate the lab. When we send someone to the lab, just like we did during the time of NMS, but they don't understand English there, and they were not forthcoming and all stuff like that. So for those that actually that reside in Spain, in Madrid, then I've given them the stuff. They should go and do it by themselves.
Well, see, for me, right, I just don't want this, what you're reading,
the organophosphate part that you mentioned, we got to the point after this one. When it's the right time it comes, we will now discuss about the organophosphate. It is one of the things that made us to go to Abuja. We get there. It's not everything we have to bring out on social media. So that we can always have a close mind on this report. Because I'm still going to post it on the timeline.
Bossman, it seems you skipped the 63 pictures.
Okay.
of that body.
That is where.
No. I'm just trying to tell you because after that 20, the 20 was when they exhumed him. There is another 63 copies.
Yes.
For autopsy.
Yes, I read it. I read it.
I know. You just skipped it when you talked about the 20. You were just sounding as if that 20. But the 63 of that, there is a 63 photocopy. You get of the whole body.
The whole body.
That was sent
to
the pathologist.
In fact, the fact that when Mohbad was lay in the lab, that doctor his own body, talk about the lab, or your photo, also next time lab, or there's a power, then carry.
Bossman, just in this situation now, who should we blame for this now?
See, there's one thing about me. Emi only blame anybody because people that were closer to the man did not ask some of these questions. You get? We were busy fighting each other. You get? People were just, people were not serious about. People weren't serious about this case from the very onset. Most of the things were just and probably shying away from the real truth. Okay, now, in the Lagos State autopsy report, they've said that there's no mark. If you are doing the second one, even the one you just said that is the second one now, you also claim there was no mark. You get?
We get to a place that we describe the entire body. Some people will cry here when we get to that place.
I know now. Is it not that place they said there was mold or something? So what I'm just trying to say is that once somebody goes see mark, you get our town support, our conscience of mark you are. If you are supporting somebody, T2 autopsy, okay, there is no mark, and you feel there is a foul play, you need to ask now. You need to ask. Almost 63 copies here. You understand what I'm saying? So most of these things, people, to me, I won't be one-sided though. You get what I'm saying? This man, they usually send a trusted person to that place. If the person, we need to ask these kind of questions now.
I see. That is where we comfort you. Understand? You are making a wrong, statement here. When you say the platforms, right? Now, I want to believe that you are referring to some of us platforms here. Let's be honest. I'm not going to mention names, right? Are you saying that despite Bossman lamenting all this while, right? I want you born.
No, you don't get me. You don't get me. Let me be sincere with you. Let me just be sincere with you today. In the past, I won't mention name. Wọ́n ti sọ fún èmi, tó mọ̀ nípa díẹ̀ ni ó ti sọ fún mi rí pé àwọn tó ń lọ sí corona inquest yẹn. Ìgbà tó kọ́kọ́ bẹ̀rẹ̀ ni o. Pé narrative tó wá fẹ́ sọ́ńtà. You get? Wọ́n máa ń plan ni ẹ̀.
Àwọn ọ̀rọ̀ fọ́kàlà àwọn yẹn gbà yẹn.
Nígbà náà lè wà lórí platform yẹn lè máa gbọ́. I don't need to mention the name. You get it? Pé ìjọ tó ń lọ. Hold on. Nígbà ìjọ tó ń lọ. Different thing lọ sọ court. Different thing ni. Even ẹ tó close sí Bossman ló wá sọ díta. Nígbà òun ká àwọn méjì. You get what I'm saying? So you now need to understand àwọn nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Why would somebody tó dáwó tó fi wọ́n lọ síbẹ̀ wọ́n pick anything?
Let me support you with what you just said. The day I was on the Ryan Whisper platform, that was when spending to pay law give testimony to àwọn bodyguard ọba wa ń bẹ̀ pé bí offer shoot to spending at beginning just to daku to daku. So that was they were giving rumors that ìtòrí àwọn ọba tó wá síbẹ̀ ló jẹ́ kí bọ̀bọ̀ yẹn faint kìnnìkan and they saw car and they saw bodyguard. These are the people that
See, Baba, I'm not referring to that your own incident to me. I'm just telling you what I know. Sure you get. Wọ́n àfẹ́ káṣírí tú. Ẹ̀yin tẹ̀dẹ̀ wọ́n káṣírí tú. Kí lẹ wá ń ṣe? That means you are deceiving us too now. People contributed money now. Do you know how many people? Do you know how many people? Lọ ń sanwó fún àwọn èèyàn pé kó lọ sí corona inquest. So kí ló ń ṣe ń bẹ̀ tí wọ́n bá lè gbọ́ gbogbo fact yìí? Tí ẹ pé nǹkan tí kò sínú rìpọ́ọ̀tì yìí ló wá ń gbé jáde pé bọ́dì ti bàjẹ́. You get ń pé wọ́n da organophosphate. You weren't there, they told you.
No, now the organophosphate that they talked about. Listen. No.
Táwọn méjì Bossman ní sùúrù táwọn méjì ò bá. Sí ń bẹ̀ ẹ́.
Hold on, because Bossman at a time.
Anybody can anybody can follow his mind. Yeah.
All of us don't do those things.
Illuminati nǹkan kan mo fẹ́ kó mọ̀ ní pé èmi ò like láti máa blame o. Ká ní blame game kan náà ń play láti jọ yìí ni. Ní pé everybody is just open-minded with their thoughts and their opinion. There are some questions.
The government have to take a photographer, videographer. Then even when they took the body to the lab, that will lay Mohbad on the slate in the lab. So my clean.
Charge the carry.
sorry to interject.
Go ahead.
You know what? Like I said earlier, it's just that most of us just want to argue on this case. If there is blood, if there is no blood. When they exhumed that guy, you just read it now. There were 20 pictures taken.
Hold on now.
You get it?
They can land. You don't make me to land. Now I was going somewhere. Just hold on. Okay. Now, all these things, I was screaming that they're supposed to pay government. Emma Shodoro, Baba Mohbad has the right for you to show them. No, do you know what they said? It was there we got to know that. Didn't you know that Blessing was there when they were exhuming the body? Don't you know that Blessing was there? And there was another guy. It was from the police, so directly. We heard this information from them. When I went to Mr. Muyiwa, he said I should stop talking about it. They will do something on that part. That was what Mr. Muyiwa told me when I was screaming that the government's supposed to give you or show you the images of the exhumation of that guy. Blessing, they now confirmed that he was there. So the police was right. Baba Mohbad. So Muyiwa nínú ẹ̀. Èyí dẹ̀ ń bá Blessing jà. But just pay attention to what. Hold on, let me finish. This is very important.
I wanted to add somebody else to do one.
Hold on. I will tell you the person there that was there. Me, because she mentioned Blessing. Just hold on. Now, if when and I told them about all these things, but NMS lab that all say Baba Mohbad, Baba Mohbad was misbehaving. We went to the theological school of Baba Mohbad. They should talk sense to this man. That he need to settle with some of his family members. They have some proofs to do all these things. So Baba Mohbad need proofs ni owo. So we now met with the lecturer of the theological school, Baba Mohbad law, to try to settle the fight between Baba Mohbad and Blessing. I have the recording here, all right? And that day, the my lecturer and Baba Mohbad respected you to talk sense to this man. Do you know the day that we now prove? So the day we now had to have a meeting with Baba Mohbad, Baba Mohbad ma gbesile. Èmi mo foko mi bí Blessing. Ọmọ òṣèwò ni ẹ, ṣé mama Benny, kíni ọmọ kọ́mọ, kíni. And he gave Egun. Ẹni tó bá parí ìjà láàrin ìmọ̀ àtọmọ mi, kíni kan ló máa ṣe, kíni kan ló máa. Everybody break up jáde kúrò nínú group ni. Can you see what happened? That was the beginning why I started staying away from the family. Knowing that Blessing and the former PA of Baba Mohbad, the former PA, that tall guy, tinted but Baba Mohbad. I was the one who caught that guy. He stole money from Baba. As of January last year, 2024, that guy stole over $1 million from Baba Mohbad. That was how wealthy Baba Mohbad was in January last year. Can you see that they only want you to know what they want you to know?
My own argument from the beginning that, then the family, they know what they're doing, they're playing their games, right? We are just a victim here because they're just confusing us and manipulating the whole stuff. And I'm disappointed even in your daddy upon his claim. Him and that American guy, what do you mean? What do you know? They will come out and they will be defending and polishing some wrong narrative. Are they telling us that we need documents like my lament is found the truthful of the whole situation?
I still do not know why the family is still refusing to show us this document to the public or to publish it out to the public. It's over a year now. Baba Mohbad cannot tell me, which I have shown you. I've given you the proof of where you got to say results.
Hold on. Ayobami, I beg, if you can come up, like, let's rub minds together. When you are there in the question trying to type, it's like, Baba, come up, maybe we rub minds together. You understand? Because I'm just speaking on my mind. This is how I feel. You understand? We are just a victim here. We listen and we analyze what they brought to our table. I don't speak to anybody behind the scene to know what is actually going on. I speak based on what I hear on the surface. You understand? Because to me, the family are playing the games here. If they've got the all these documents and they're trying to, tell us what they want us to hear. I'm not going to be online all the time. I don't even know when they are reading this or not. But based on what I've heard today from Bossman, the family sabi what they do. Having pictures as an evidence, and they're not even showing or telling the public. They are just motherfuckers.
ẹ mọ̀ pé tó bá ṣòwò wá pé àwọn ní bọ́dì yìí ní ọwọ́ tí àwọn tó jẹ́ line-up people bá rí kíní yìí they will know how to slay the shape of justice wọ́n ṣe máa ibi tó máa jà sí. But sọ kankan you were hearing all this fact away from the public.
And the direction will be coming out to be swearing with his life and lying. Baba, can you see how manipulative these people are? This is bad, and God will judge all of them. That's just all I can say.
I kept this result because I was expecting that they were going to bring out a fake result out. But later I realized that we are going to wait forever. They are not ready because you will see the reason why they won't want to bring out the results. I think they be cocon. I think it doesn't describe it. What it describe body now. Those that we cry here today. Then you will see how Mohbad body was when they were doing the autopsy. I think they pay now. I have 4 hours. I'm dedicate continue. And let's go back to main reason why.
When I come down so that you can have time to read. That's why I said.
No, you can stay up there because you are going to ask questions because everybody will want to ask questions.
If I dare, I feel this subject. I said I listen. So you get make I know the subject.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let me remove the. So 65. 63. Images. Okay, look at this one. Images 17 to 35 shows this distinctive tattoos mark and design. Hold on. How did they be Baisha? Okay, let me start from here. Some highlight of information contained in 63 files of images of the first autopsy. Particularly, okay. Let me go back to 63. Images 3 to 52. Data reveal other features of the external examination of the body as designed in item 26 to 29. 64. In image 53 to 63, data features of internal examination of the body are shown as indicated in item 30 to 38. Some highlight of information in the 20 histology slides of major organs 14F. 65. The 2 histological slides represent microscopic features from the following organs: heart, lungs, liver, spleen, adrenal, pancreas, and kidney. Now this one is talking about the first autopsy report, observation of the first autopsy report. Now on this part, the pathologist want to give his own observation of the first autopsy that was done by the government. So here are his observation. The first autopsy took place in 9 days following death, out of which the body was buried for 8 days as documented. 67. There are significant postmortem changes in the body reaching an advanced stage of decomposition. '68. That the type of injury described under recent external injuries in item 28 is not specified. However, the dimension and appearance do not suggest any significant injury, and postmortem artifact cannot be excluded as establishing vital reaction through the image of the background of considerable postmortem changes is not the definitive. 69. That all the organ system of the body under the internal examination in item 30 to 38 show regular features and no evidence of organic diseases. However, significant postmortem changes have occurred, especially in the cranium and nervous system, which the brain has undergone autolysis, which is the part of the decomposition process which there is an internal breakdown of the cells following death. Now, I'm actually having the challenges here now. I'm having the challenges of me reading and also videoing what I am reading to you guys. I'm having great challenges because the reflection of what I'm showing you is really messing up my reading. Because I am reading from the phone that I'm using to show you, and it's making it very difficult for me to read. Because mugbe phone yi see so I'm reading from the phone, through the phone, so it's not allowing me to read well, so I don't know what to do. And I want to show you what I'm reading so that it's not going to look like I'm reading from a friend or I'm just reading rubbish from you people. So 70, the tissue samples taken from various organs in the body for histology is the first autopsy showed moderate to severe autolysis, and this is confirmed on an independent review of the slide. 71, that the samples retained for toxicology as indicated in item 41 are no longer available for toxicology analysis in the second autopsies, as the specimen has been discarded per sample holding protocol of the NMS lab, which exceeded the holding limit of 6 weeks as speculated in the item 50. Do you understand that part, people? Do you understand what I just read now? Do you guys understand this thing that I just read? These are vital information that you guys need to know. 72, that in the commentary section, before demise, the deceased allegedly sustained an injury on the back of the right forearm, which suggests a clinico-pathological correlations with the unspecified injury document in item 28. 73, that the nature of the injection received prior to the death as documented in item 44 is not specified, and information, that the nature of the injection, everybody just pay attention to this thing I'm about to read here. 73, that the nature of the injection received prior to death as documented in item 44 is not specified, and information about the location or route of administration of the said injection is not available in the autopsy report. However, such antemortem information appears to have attracted some significance as circumstantial evidence enough to be considered under the commentary section in the first autopsy report. 74. That following item 73 above and consistent with the information contained in the commentary section of the report, the samples taken for toxicology are apparently to determine if there was any anaphylactic reaction, substance abuse, overdosage, or common household poison. 75. That it is instructive that the definitive positive findings in the first toxicology report is definidine. I don't know what that is. I guess it's the name of a drug. And I don't know how to pronounce it. So antihistamine or whatever, antihistamine or whatever, and the concentration was not in a fatal and lethal range. Item 45 does not a positive findings of toxicological significance as indicated in item 49. 76. That the last statement in the commentary section of the first autopsy report, the possibility of a fatal anaphylactic reaction, drug reaction, is considered as indicated in item 46. Now, second autopsy, including toxicology analysis. Here is where we are going. This is where they're going to describe how they contacted him, the dates that the autopsy was done, those that were present at the lab when they were conducting. That I was telling you people that day. And people were dragging me that I was lying. So here's going to be what's going to prove to them. Yeah, it is right here. Second autopsy, including toxicology analysis. 77. The second autopsy was conducted within 2 days, 19 July 2024 and 28 July 2024, in the aftermath of the mandate of the order of the court, 14A, and the procedure was carried out at the mortuary facilities of the Lagos State government at Yaba. 78. Present at the pre-autopsy briefing, including the following. 1. Dr. Olubenga Oyewale, pathologist who represented Mrs. Wumi Aloba, wife of the deceased, at the autopsy and observed the procedure. Number 2. Mr. Joseph Aloba, father of the deceased, was present there. 3. Mr. Oluwashino Ojo, family representative of the Aloba, who accompanied Mr. Joseph Aloba. Number 4. Mrs. Munisola Esther Odumosu, lawyer of the Aloba's family. 5. Mr. Emmanuel Oroko, lawyer of the Aloba family. 6. Mr. MKO Orire, Esquire, to Mrs. Wumi Aloba. 6. Mr. Adam Ayata Atata, counsel representing Mrs. Omawumi Aloba. 7. Mr. Anyonwole Oluwamiwa, supervising mortuary technician at IDI Mortuary, Yaba, Lagos. 9. Mr. Monday Kehinde Ogboto, mortuary technical assistant at the second autopsy. Now, those are the people that were actually present during the autopsy. People were surprised that they cannot hear the name of Mr. Mr. Olurin Gorexi. I was trying to tell you people back then that Gorexi was not present during the time. He does not even know where they went to go for this thing. Why? Gorexi was under suspension. People to know that he was under suspension as at that time, and they were scared. They did not want him that if they scared, they did not want him that if they suspend him and he gets angry, they did not want him to go and join Tuwumi because of the level of information that he already knows. Why he's in this thing. So when I was telling all these things, he saw them, his gangs rising up against me because I was telling them the truth. And people did not really want to believe it. So you can say the name of Gressive was not even. Hold on, guys. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Yeah, I know I have a lot of people that actually got my back. You know, so um, sorry, guys. I might not be able to be revealing everything out to our team. Okay, so um, I've been called by a group of lawyers that I shouldn't. I don't know that I shouldn't read it verbatim or show everything because we have people that are from the other side that are also here listening, viewing, getting information. That's why I keep telling you that we have to be bringing out here. So that we have to be bringing out here because there are some people from the other side that are also here too. Apparently, they want us to believe that the intervention. Okay. So, and the reason why I'm going to show you people is that because of people don't manipulate, when the Bossman pa, and that is why I was showing you people and all this one. Yes.
Bossman. Please, we've gone beyond other side in this case. You get. If you don't leave that other side out of this particular stuff, these are facts from the court. This is a report. I don't think anybody would want to compromise on this particular document that you have now or work on anything. At least to satisfy our curiosity about this case. So there's no point. I don't know why we are always fast to want to blame someone or accuse the other side of something when we don't seem to know the real fact of this case. So I don't think there's anything in this stuff that somebody is used to overturn a case or to win a case. You get? We've come this far. Please.
Do you want me to be reading? Must I show it to you? You like it the way I'm showing it, right?
Well, it is fine by your will, but I don't think there's anything hidden in this stuff that people should just know the truth. I believe that people should know the truth, know where you stand by knowing the truth. If people keep saying other side, they've used that thing to distract us from the very beginning, making us realize that somebody is going to do something, whereas pictures and every other stuff is with the family. So I don't think we should be concerned about. Let's just know what we know and move on with this case, please.
All right, so let's just start from there. So now I was telling you when all these things were done because they didn't it was actually sanctioned. That was shortly after the incident that happened in Abuja with Ayaminka and all that. The family decided to protect the image of Goreksi by supporting him, by turning that, saying that what they were saying that was being alleged up as at that time that so they are scared that with the kind of level of information to Goreksi more, join the other side, they are finished, so. And stylishly, they just keep away from the public. He was suspended, and he did not know anything about when this thing was being carried around as at that time. Around September, October. That's when he started coming back again to the family, especially when he had accidents. Yeah, especially when he had accidents. So he did not know anything about this at that period of time. All right, so nobody can threaten me. I'm just being, there's a lot of people trying to bring down my show down. I don't know why, what I've been reading that they're trying to break it down. Maybe they're not happy that I'm reading it out. All right, so let's continue, Jerry. So you can hear the people that were there. Baba was there too. So 79. So prior to the autopsy, the body was identified as the true body of late Idirodura Promise Aloba, specified in the order of the court 4A by the family representative Mr. Oluwashino Ojo, who accompanied the father of the deceased and was approved by the same Mr. Aloba, Joseph Aloba, to enter the autopsy suit. For this purpose, as the father could not do so due to cultural reasoning. I hope you guys have underlined that part too, that Baba Mohbad was there but he could not enter inside the morgue, and instead he allows somebody else to do that on his behalf. So 80. Furthermore, the body had two white identification tags at the left ankle. The first bearing an inscription of an earlier identification by one Aloba blessing, attesting to the is being my brother. So blessing was there too. And a second identification tag dated 21/09/2023 with the following inscription: Aloba Promise, 26 years old, male. The identification of the body as the right one for autopsy was collaborated by the supervising mortuary technician on duty, Mr. Ayonwale Muyiwa, who was present at the IDI mortuary Yaba, where the body was preserved at the time of the second autopsy procedure. 81. The second autopsy lasted from 15 hours 30 minutes to 18 hours 48 minutes on 19 July 2024, and from 09:15 hours to 09:50 hours on the second and last day, 20th July 2024, with the pathologist representing Mrs. Wumi Aloba and all the technical personnel being present from the beginning to the end of the procedure. 82. On general examination, the body is that. On general examination, the body is that of an adult male measuring about 190 centimeter in length. And the skin of the entire body shows modification, dry decomposition, in which there is desiccation of tissues with leathery skin appearance due to advanced post-mortem changes, and the scalp is devoid of any hair. Can you hear that? That the scalp is devoid of any hair, which means that there was no hair. What if Fauri Mohbad Kosim Mohbad Kosim Bokolori Mohbad at all? What if Fauri? There are some modes which appears. Okay, let me show you this one. I will just show you this one. I'm not going to be 83. There are some modes which if you keep calling me, your name or whatever is going to show up on the whatever, and it's going to be on you. Because whatever, and it's going to be on you. Because you definitely understand that I am online. Which appears fluffy, white, and are present minimally over both ears. Guys, let me take a tea break and all that, because I'm a little bit getting tired of reading. Give me some time.